What's going on, YouTube? This is What Would Josh Do, and this is a super exciting video because this is a new watch. Specifically, this is the Apple Watch Series 10. Now, before we get to the unboxing, I've been using the Series 5 for the last, 5 or 6 years. I got it on Sprint's network when it released, and I've had it since then. I saw a lot of watches come and go, the 6, the 7, the 8, the 9, and then the Ultra 2, and I remember thinking, I'll hold out for one more year. For one more year, I will wear this watch, and I will wait for the Ultra 3. Well, the Ultra 3 didn't happen, so I got the Ultra 2 in the black. But then my order got screwed up where the address on there is my address, but something's wrong with it, so it's not going to get delivered. So I went and got the Series 10, and I will go ahead and, if the Ultra 2 does show up, I'll just return it. But I got the Series 10 today. So the biggest thing for me was the fact that this was no longer supported. It does not get Watch OS 11. It's done. It's over. My battery doesn't get me through a day anymore because it's at 70% health. My speaker's muffled because of an issue that I created. It was finally time to retire the watch, and I'm actually trading it in towards this one. So I got to send this one in within 30 days, and they're going to give me $180 credit for something that I have no use with anymore. So we open it up. Pretty nice. We've got two boxes here. We've got the band and we've got the watch. So let's open up this one first. It's crazy. I had no reason to give up my watch and get another one. My Series 5, it served me very well. All my notifications, my text messages, I use voice to text so much. I just hit reply. I say what I need to say. It transcribes it to a text message. The other person receives a new text message. It has been perfect. No issues, no reason to upgrade. But now that it's no longer seeing any updates, now that my speaker makes this muffled sound because of a issue that I created by changing oil on a car and getting it drenched. So yeah, I think there's some oil inside this watch now. I don't know. Anyways, well, let's open up the Series 10. And so we got the watch. It's in a little protective thing here. So let's pull it out. Should I got the Ultra 2? Should I have got the Series 10? Will I still receive the Ultra 2? Try it and be like, yeah, I'm keeping that. Get rid of this one. I don't know. Comparing them, it is definitely different. So let's match it with the sides here. Okay, yeah, it's a slimmer profile. It's got the crown like this one. It's got the button like this one. Biggest thing is, the way that speaker is, this one's like an open, you can fit your fingernail in there. It's open. This one, not so much. Anyways, in here we've got some stuff. Feels like maybe, yep, okay, cool. So it is an Apple Watch charger. Now, the important thing is it's Type-C. And another important thing is it's fast. It's supposed to be fast. And I, for one, am definitely not used to my watch charging fast. So slide it to attach it. Okay, let's match it with this one. So, that's a little bit different design there too. So this one's like this. Okay, so then we're gonna take, that's the top of the watch. Gonna slide it in. Maybe. Oh, and it makes an audible click. Okay, so now let's not screw this up. Can it go in? All right, this is medium large. I might need to get a different one because we'll see. So this is the other side here. All right, nice little click goes in. Now I'm curious about something. So the Apple Watch Series 5 is 60 grams. It's kind of crazy. I'm going from a 5 to a 10. And that one is 66. So there is a small difference. Okay, that says 64, but 64 and 64. What? Make up your mind. Wait, there we go, 66. All right, I've got this really awesome Anchor charging thing here. It's showing 0 watts. We're gonna connect up the watch charger. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up this new watch. It wants me to take a photo or show the front of it to the camera. All right, watch is paired. It's gonna be on my left wrist. This is crazy, man. I wasn't gonna get to experience watchOS 11, and now I'm gonna get to experience watchOS 11 on a watch that's, you know, substantially newer than the one I have been using. And supposedly it is the fastest charging watch that Apple's released to date. Looks like the watch is connected to my Wi-Fi. Oh, that screen definitely feels bigger than my current watch. So it can detect noise. I remember when I was working on cars, it would be like the sound of the impact would be like, hey, it's a little loud. Oh, I gotta sign into my Verizon account now. All right, so I have to add a new plan since the way I did my watch. My other watch is still in limbo, so I have to basically either A, it's going to go back to Verizon and cancel, or B, it's going to actually arrive, which is the lesser chance because the address is messed up on it, and then I return it anyway. So I did add a new number, which is no big deal. I just added a watch line. I already had a watch line. I don't need two for me. And the number share is one of the biggest advantages because I remember when I very first got an LTE watch, it had its own number. And people had to have that number in order to get your text messages. And so I ended up using Google Voice and adding that number to my Google Voice plan and then having my text messages go to that and phone calls go to that number. And it was this big whole process. But now with number share, I can literally leave the house and go on a run or wherever and just have my watch on me. Even though it has a different phone number from my phone, if someone calls this phone number, it's going to ring this watch, even if my phone isn't connected. Oh, I'm going to have double tap? I remember that on the Ultra or on the keynotes or whatever. I remember them talking about that. And I was like, that sounds interesting. But yeah, I haven't used it. I don't know if I ever want to submerge my watch, but yeah, that's interesting. You can add Apple Care coverage to a watch. I mean, I figures you can add it to everything else. Why not? I think this time around, I'm just going to pay the lump sum for 2 years for this phone because I imagine, I'll still be doing YouTube 2 years from now and I'll have a different phone by then maybe. Or maybe I'll stick with this one wait for the 18. I don't know. The screen definitely feels bigger. Press the button to see your apps. Okay, I don't like that view. I always change that view. It's really cool how the seconds go up and down, but I'm so stuck in my ways. I prefer the old screen that I had that shows how many messages are currently unread, and I'm stuck in my old ways. You almost had it, what? Okay, yeah, so they changed that with watchOS 10. Press this button to close it. Oh, okay. If I would just read the instructions, I would actually be more successful. Turn it to see the widget. That's something I'm not used to yet because I don't really use our watch to its full extent. I guess that's a good thing I didn't get the Ultra. Wow, there's a lot of, oh my. Oh, so I think this is the one that I had before, modular. Yeah. Let's go back to the old ways. So background. Oh, that's cool. So I can have a background or not. I'm going to turn it off. And then I could choose all my little things like my heart rate and compass. And I like this one to be my messages because one of the things that drove me nuts about my Pixel Watch was it didn't show me my messages. So here we go. Look, if there is a new message, I'm going to get a little number in there. It's going to show me, hey, you have messages that you haven't read yet. So I'm going to click that and it's going to launch my messages, which is great. And then one of the things I use a lot here is a timer for, lunch breaks and stuff. So I prefer to have this set to timer. I told you I'm stuck in my ways, man. So I just wanted to open the shortcut for it. And then, yeah, so the date, time, the weather for the week and highs and lows and stuff. I believe I have this one set to voice memo. Okay, and that's pretty close to how I used to have it, except I had Spotify right there. And yeah, so this watch is now the way I'm used to it. And see, there I have a message I haven't read yet, so I will check that out off camera. I'm in the process of transferring the footage to my computer to make this video, and I went to respond to that text message, and there's a freaking keyboard that pops up. That is so different from what I'm used to. I'm used to hitting the little voice icon, but yeah, that's just a bigger screen, like easier to press things. I like it so far. And that's definitely what I'm more used to. All right, so check this out. It said that now I can play it on my speaker. It had a little pop-up message that unfortunately I didn't get on camera. But now I can click this and choose Apple Watch, and it... Run down Hamilton, so fresh, so clean. Way to Charlene. Oh man, now I can freaking play audio right from my watch. That is so crazy. Forgive, but I don't forget. So I'm not taking another hit. I don't chase money and power. Next time I re-up, I'm gonna buy me a chopper. And I ain't talking AKs. I'm talking with propellers. Fly to the club, make my old chick jealous. Thug motivation's the straight celebration. As he just on his chop outside Central Station. This ain't a mixtape, but the tape's mixed. And then a little charging symbol there. And the neat thing about this newer watch with the 6 and newer is you can actually go into the settings and you can go to battery and you can go to battery health and you can choose optimized charging. So it's going to learn when to charge, because you don't want this thing charging at 100% for hours and hours and hours. You do want it to stop charging. And so it's going to optimize the... I want it to turn off temporarily just so I can see what the charging speed would be. But it looks like it was at 90%, so it's not going to be very fast anyway. Blood oxygen, cycle... Oh, so much stuff here. My gosh. So one of the things that was a huge excitement to me was I use my phone for work, and sometimes I set it down and I'm like, oh crap, where did I set it down at? And then I can tell that my watch is connected to it or not connected to it. And if it's not connected to it, it'll actually use the LTE data on here and still let me find it. So if I go here to find my, which that's the flashlight, wrong one. If I go here to find my, see, this is huge. This is absolutely huge. So I put my phone behind me. I'm going to do that again. And look, it's telling me how far away it is. And it's pulsing, and that's just super freaking cool. I just love this so much. This is so much better than, oh, I played a sound, but the sound was super short and I can't hear it and I don't know where it's at. Let me play that sound again. This is actively tracking my phone. And then I can make it do the sound again. So this is a much better experience than what I'm used to. And it's going to help me a lot. So I'm excited. Let's put the thing on the wrist, shall we? Oh my gosh. I'm definitely going to have to get a smaller band. Look at this. My tiny little wrists. It's on the very last one. I literally, like, it's fine. It's going to work for now, but that is incredible. That is so close to not fitting at all. But, oh, that's so cool. I've got some stuff to play with. This is so exciting. Let's just put this one on next to it and see what the difference. It's pretty similar. I reset this one already, so it's not connected to my phone or any plan or anything. But, dude, that is super exciting. I'm just so excited. I get the new watch. I get the new watch OS. I get the little, like, double thing. And, I get all these new things that I was never going to get, and then it stopped getting the updates. It's not going to see watchOS 11 or anything else. I'm super excited to be in this position. And the Precision Find My is going to be the biggest thing for me, for sure. So one of the cool things is, obviously, you can charge your watch, right? I mean, it works. Put your watch on there. It's going to charge up your watch. You know, we're going at 2.5 watts right now. But Anker has this little charger that you set your watch on, and it charges your watch. And then one of the things I didn't know in my unboxing of this product was you press the button, and it shows the screen flipped. So you can flip it back to the other way or this way. And so now I could charge my new Series 10 quickly, very quickly actually, with this new charger. This is absolutely fantastic. And then with the built-in cable, haha, check that out. We're charging our phone at up to 15 volts and up to 2 amps for 30 watts. using the built-in wire on this power bank, and our watch is currently charging as well. And it says it's charging to full because I enabled that. So I'll link to this video in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself. But I'm excited to have this with me in case I ever need to charge my watch, because I do plan on wearing it while I'm sleeping. And also, the last bit of information is Anchor has an official server, and you can go to the chat, and you can chat with me, and you can chat with others. I posted that I was getting the Series 10 today, so everyone on this group saw that I was getting that watch. If you want to be part of this group, I'll have a link to it in the description below. Shout out to Anchor. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. This is What Would Josh Do, and I am out.